everyone, we are from Group 2, Sociolinguistics Class B. Let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Adiela, student number 136.
My name is Vivi, student number 126.
My name is Daniel, student number is 117. So, in this section, we are from Group 2. We are going to discuss about our sociolinguistics topics.
The topic that we choose is called register. So, what is actually register means? Let's just jump to the discussion, okay? So, register, the definition of register is the language of groups of people with common interests or jobs, or the language used in situations associated with such groups. So the example of register are, for example, journalists, baby talk, legalists, the language of auctioneers, race scholars, and sport commentators. The language of airline pilots, criminals, financiers, politicians, and disc jockeys. The language of the courtroom and the classroom. All of them could be considered as example of different registers. The most obvious distinguishing feature is generally the vocabulary. Like for example, there are few words in the modeling word that rarely be used by people in general, like couture, flowsome, catwalk, and many others. By the way, it is not only always about the vocabulary, it can be about the sentence structures. So, before we continue to the further explanation, let's just watch a video.
Kita lihat lari antar kota antar provinsi. Dia coba break, ya ampun! Tendangan torpedo LDR SLJJ jadi satu. Alah, melakukan pergerakan 378 Rafli. Segitiga cinta, segitiga bermuda yang mematikan. Masyarakat back jebret, ya ampun! Tendangan api kayangan Hanis. Tendangan 406. Tendangan merusak gawang lawan tanpa ampun, tanpa amnesti, tanpa musyawarah. Boy yang satu ini memberikan umpan lautan kepada Egi, ya ampun! Adalah Egi, we love you. Egi sang kelok 9 milik Garuda Nusantara. Upaya remedial dari seorang Witan Sulaiman setelah sebelumnya gagal coba lagi dan mampu untuk memberikan umpan membelah lautan kepada Mabri. Jebret, jedang, gol. Yes. Pemain yang terus memberikan prahara keretakan dalam rumah tangga pertahanan dari lini pertahanan.
Let us discuss about the common things that happen in the register. The first one is synthetic reductions. Synthetic reductions is the omissions of certain words or phrase in the sentence used when communicating or interacting with the same set or people who understand them. For example, we pick from the video when the football commentator said that tendangan api kayangan Hani Sagara. Let's see in the sentence. He says that tendangan api kayangan Hani Sagara. It doesn't look like. It sounds like the right grammarly. If the right grammarly, usually we say it like subject with verb and then followed by the object. But this football commentator just say the object and also the subject without the verb. So just tendangan api kayangan Hani Sagara without dilakukan or ditendang or something like that. And then the next one is the synthetic inversions. Synthetic inversions is when we change or invert a sentence from the common order of subject, verb, object to object, subject, verb. For examples, also same in the examples in synthetic reductions. Tendangan api kayangan by Hani Sagara. In this sentence, these football commentators also said from the object, subject, and the object, verb, and followed by subject, not subject, verb, and followed by object. So, like tendangan api kayangan Hani Sagara, he don't he did not say the verb, but he changed the sentence from the tendangan api kayangan is the object and the verbs without the verbs dilakukan or ditendang, and also hani sagara. So the sentence is object, verb, and subjects.
Next is heavy noun modification. It occurs when a noun has multiple pre and or post modifiers, each of which can be pre or post modified. During the sport announcer spiel, the subject nouns, which are the focus of the interest, are often heavily modified both after the noun and before the noun. For example, in the video, the commentators say, umpan membelah lautan dari Egy, and then upaya remedial dari seorang Witan, and the last is tendangan torpedo LDR SLJJ dari satu orang. Jadi satu, tendangan torpedo LDR SLJJ means he has a strong kick from long distance. And this is the example of before the noun. And another example is Egy sang kelok 9 as subject heavily modified after the noun. It uses metaphor from places that has meandering way, and his movement is zigzag as the kelok 9.
Okay, the next one, we have routines and formula. So routines and formula are expressions whose occurrence is closely tied to types of recurrent social situations. In providing the verbal means for mastering such situations in generally accepted manner, they carry a great deal. So from the video, we found the example of routines and formula are like tendangan 406 and also gerakan 378. So actually these numbers for common people, they didn't know what it meant, right? But actually this was taken from our law, from Indonesian law, which is Undang-Undang 1945. In the chapter 406, we know that it is chapter about destroying other stuff, which means that the kick tendangan 406 means that it's destroy the defense, the enemy defense, something like that. And also gerakan 378, it's from the chapter 278, which a chapter about trick other people. So here gerakan 378 means that it's a movement that trick the enemies, something like that.
So the next one is a function of the registers. Here we have three. Actually, there are a lot of function of register, but here we just pick three of them. The first one is there's strong tendency among individuals and co-communicators to develop registers variations along many dimensions. And then the second one is one person can control variety of registers. And the third, and also the last, each registers help one express his identity as a specific time and place.
Next is types of register. There are 5 types. First one is frozen, called the static register because it refers to historic language or communication that is intended to remain unchanged, like a constitution or prayer, for example, the Bible. Second is formal, less rigid but still constrained. The formal register is used in professional, academic, or legal settings where communication is expected to be respectful, uninterrupted, and restrained. Slang is never used and constructions are rare. For example, TED Talks, and then business presentation. Third is consultative. People use this register often in conversation when they are speaking with someone who has specialized knowledge or who is offering advice. For example, like we talk to psychologists. And then fourth is casual. This is the register people use when they are with friends, close acquaintances, co-workers, and family. For example, birthday party, family gathering. Last is intimate. Linguists say this register is reserved for special occasions, usually between only two people and often in private. Intimate language may be something as simple as an inside joke between two college friends that other people don't understand, so it's only between two of them.
Okay, guys, I think that's all about register. The things that you need to know about register. I hope you understand our group explanation, and I hope it's helped you with the word with the registers. Okay.